The need for personal protective equipment is prevalent for those on the front lines. But there's another group of essential workers also in need of PPE, farm workers.
Being the daughter and granddaughter of farm workers, we are really concerned with how this is affecting the farm worker community. We were concerned before things really started to get bad, before we started to see the numbers climbing.
There are 2 to 3 million farm workers in the United States, according to a report from the Commission of Agricultural Workers, many of whom are gearing up for a summer season of harvesting. They typically live and work in close quarters, conditions that don't fall in line with social distancing guidelines.
No one's helping the farmers. I haven't heard anyone say anything about them, and they're frontliners. Without them, there's no food. Without them, humanity doesn't exist.
LA-based fashion designer Mario de la Torre teamed up with Monica Ramirez, founder of Justice for Migrant Women, the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, and the National Center for Farm Worker Health to launch the Masks for Farm Workers campaign. And Dr. Nicholas Gonzalez from ABC's The Good Doctor is the spokesperson for the effort.
So in a perfect world, would I love to make a mask for every single farmer? Absolutely.
As we were talking about what Mario's goal and mission was during this time, we also identified that there's a great need amongst the healthcare providers that provide services to farm workers.
The community health centers are federally funded under the U.S. Health Resources and Services Administration's Health Center program. HRSA keeps track of how its health centers are affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. When it comes to having an adequate supply of PPE for the week, the data isn't alarming. But dig deeper, and states including Wyoming, Missouri, Alabama, and Delaware report an immense lack of PPE. As for the country's largest agricultural producing state,
just recently we talked to health centers in California, and the majority are reporting a lack of PPE. And even more challenging is that they don't even have suppliers in their area that could provide them with PPE.
So De La Torre got to work. He and his wife came up with 20 variations of premium masks, which means they have filters.
I gave it to a friend of ours who's a nurse practitioner. So she kind of was our little case study on it. And she was like, no, this is good. We'll take some. So that's where we were like, okay, we've got our little formula. We've got the secret sauce. Let's just get going.
At the time of this reporting, De La Torre said he and his team produced just over 2,000 masks. They're shipping out on the daily. The campaign also inspired others to make fabric masks for community members to use.
We have already probably around 3,400 of those masks that have been produced by volunteers across the country.
And it's added another line to De La Torre's fashion label.
This is now our social responsibility. Like part of our brand and our company now will forever make masks for farmers. Even aside from COVID, they deal with pesticides, they deal with dust, they deal with so many other harmful elements. And if I can extend someone's life with a mask, like it's a no-brainer. Of course I'm gonna do it. I have to do it.
Lauren Magarino, Newsy, Chicago.